Hello, James Andrew here, recording for Cheap Ass MTG. Going to be playing some Vintage Cube today, which is sweet. I'm very excited for this being back online. Said that we opened up a fairly medium pack here. Mystical Tutor is one of the best cards in Storm, pretty bad outside of that. Dark Ritual is really good in Storm, again, pretty bad outside of that. Grim Tutor is the worst of the tutor effects, because it costs 3 mana. Having said that, tutor effects are really good, and that this is still pretty good. Or we could just take Golgari Signet, which is likely to be decent in whatever deck we end up in, but I think I put much less of a premium on this than, say, a blue Signet. Swords to Plowshares is also really good, obviously, as a control card. I kind of just want to take Badlands, though, or Mystical. I'm going to take Mystical Tutor. It just gives us outs to do some quite broken things. There's nothing obviously great in this pack. That pack. Unlike this pack is obviously great, because it has Mana Drain in it. Mana Drain is a pretty broken card. There's also Imperial Seal and Natural Order in the pack, which are both pretty excellent. So that Mana Drain isn't particularly good in a Mystical Tutor deck, but it is just the best card in this pack by quite a distance. There's also Natural Order. Although I think they've got rid of Progenitus from the cube, which makes Natural Order a lot worse. Oh no, maybe that's the Legacy Cube where we got rid of Progenitus. So I guess Natural Order is still good. I don't like the green decks that much for this cube. Lion's Eye Diamond again, if we want to draft Storm, is pretty awesome though, so we could just take that. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go deep. This probably isn't the technically correct pick, but Storm is sweet. So can be good with in certain sorts of Storm deck. We could also just take Opposition, so it's really good. That's pretty close. Should probably hedge our bets a little and just take Opposition here. Okay. So Treasure Cruise is really good. There's also Polluted Delta, which is just a great card. It's pretty likely to fix our mana quite well. But I think I'm just going to take Treasure Cruise here. And like the fetch lands are really, really important in this cube because with both dual lands and shock lands in the cube, they're very often going to be like a tri-land for you. But Treasure Cruise, I think, is a little bit too good to pass on. Okay. Well, someone's going to get a nice Splinter Twin deck. Okay, we're not seeing a lot for a potential Storm deck. So we could take this Kiki Jiki and think about playing a Splinter Twin type deck. Or I did just pass Splinter Twin. We could also take like Kraithoof Behemoth would be a good finisher in an opposition deck. Or we could take like Sakura Tribelder as decent acceleration. It's also fine with opposition. Or yeah, I guess we'll just take this. It's not great. Okay, well there's both Fiery Confluence and Solemn are just pretty good cards. Frost Titan is also nice if you can accelerate it out. You could also just take Overgrown Tomb. I do think Fiery Confluence is really good in cube though. There's so much artifact mana in Vintage Cube in particular. Yeah, I think we'll just take Solemn though. Okay, so Duress is pretty good. As is Green Sun Zenith, as is Vendilion Click. I think I'm just going to take Click. There's a lot of good Planeswalkers, so being able to pressure them whilst disrupting your opponent's hand is really strong. So I think let's do that. Yeah, we could take this Deranged Hermit for sure. Try and move in on this opposition. Does not look like we're playing Lion's Eye Diamond or Mystical Tutor, unfortunately. Yeah, I think that's better than Mystic Snake or Windswept Heath. Ooh, Swords Wield. That is surprising. Could also take Edric here, though. Give away a bit low on fixing. I'm not particularly keen on taking a white card here. We could also, so I think it's between so it's Edric, Wall of Blossoms, or Sower. Guess we'll just take Wall of Blossoms. I'll take Edric actually. Edric's really strong. I don't see us really wanting Polukranos. Like, it's a fine mid-range creature, but you can just do a lot better normally. It's also pretty unlikely we want a Sacred Foundry, though. I guess we could take Mentor. Or Necrotal. I guess let's take Mentor. Okay, we'll take Temple Garden, though. Because even if we don't end up playing white, it could make certain fetch lands much better for us. Okay, so Lingering Souls is obviously great with opposition. It does put us into 4 colours, but yeah, there's a lot of fixing. I mean, I think it's not super likely we play it, but it's... I mean, Harmonize is a good card, but we have like Edric and Treasure Cruise already. Sure, let's take Tidehollow Scar. So, like, obviously there's, no, it's pretty unlikely we're going to play all of these colours, but just leaving ourselves open here and taking things which are good with this opposition, which I think is likely to be the most powerful card in our deck. Ooh, Time Walk is great, obviously. Mystic Confluence is also absolutely insane, but I think Time Walk is better. Yeah, we'd also love this Underground Sea, but I don't think we can pass up on Time Walk, really. I really just want more acceleration here, is the first priority, I think, at this stage. Just casting your cards on curve tends to be a good way to lose in this cube. Okay, so Treachery is a great card. I'd say slightly less great than it is in Legacy Cube, just because decks tend to be not as creature-based. We don't have enough artifacts for Tolarian Academy, which is the strongest card of the pack. We also are likely to not have enough fixing to be able to play the colourless lands, so I don't really want to take Strip Mine here. I think I probably will just take this Treachery. If Dark Confidant wheels, and we did end up in black, we could actually be a Dark Confidant deck. And it may well wheel, because there's actually not a lot of decks which can play that card in Vintage Cube, just you tend to play with a lot of expensive stuff. And we'll have some 5s for sure, but like we could well not play this Treasure Cruise. Ooh, Torrential Greyhawk's in the cube, that's cool. So for us, it's probably just Jace. There's also Dimir Signet, though. And Verdant Catacombs. Verdant is really good for us. It gets black, green, and white. Things we really want creatures to accelerate our mana if we can. It's pretty close. Yeah, I guess let's take Verdant. Okay, so Mana Confluence would be pretty great for us, but I don't think we can take it over the Noble Hierarch here. That's a pretty perfect pickup. Fearmancer is a pretty good card, and it's good for opposition. Could also take just like a random Ajani, because it's pretty strong, although I don't want to play another colour really. Or we could just take like Celestial Colonnade. Yeah, seems pretty strong. Like, we're not really locked into playing black, so not that keen on Fearmancer. Like, we might just splash it for Lingering Souls. So let's take Colonnade here. Ooh, Skullclamp is good. Gonna be making, hopefully, a fair few 1/1s. I'd also probably play Eternal Witness. But yeah, I think we want Skullclamp for sure here. These cards are all pretty mediocre. Relic Water's not bad, but double white is so hard for us. Maybe just take like Master of Wild Hunt, which I guess isn't so bad. It's not great though. So Karakas is a good random hate card against like Reanimator decks. We probably just want this Savannah though. So Scrubland is good with Lingering Souls. There's also Master of Runes here, but I don't think we're that interested in that card. Smuggler's Copter would also be fine. What we need for fixing probably though. Okay, so Dark Confidant did wheel. As did Rathalos, but we can't play enough forests. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if we'll play it, but we might do. It's more likely than us playing any of these other cards. Hallowed Fountain is great. Oh, it doesn't let... No, we still can't get out fetch it, but still pretty good. It's better than Thrun. Okay, we can play a Voice of Resurgence. Spectral Possession will be pushing it a bit, I think. So let's take this Kozli Pride Mage. It's actually pretty good. There's a lot of artifacts we want to kill. We've got some more fixing. Okay, so we've got quite a lot of fixing now. We're looking like we're probably Bant, but we're potentially playing these two black cards, and certainly splashing Lingering Souls, I think. Probably play at least one Swamp. Ooh, so we get a Mox. There's some other great cards in this pack, but certainly not going to look beyond this Mox. So if this wasn't here, I'd be looking at possibly Azorius Signet, possibly Yavimaya Elder. Basalt Monolith is also a very good card, but we're not really going that big. Oh, we can get past an Ancestral. That's a bit crazy. Well, we're going to take that. Elvish Mystic would certainly be very good in our deck as well. We may even play like a random Reflector Mage. But yeah, obviously we're just going to take Ancestral. Okay. So Xenagos is pretty good. But it does mean playing red, which we don't have any fixing for, so we're probably not taking that. Hangerback is interesting, but we don't have any ways to sacrifice it at the moment. So again, probably not. I think I just like Trop here. We can fetch it off Verdant. Oh, wait, there's Elves of a Deep Shadow. I didn't see that card. Yeah, I think we're taking this. Because it's good for opposition, good with Edric, and fixes our mana and accelerates us. Which is a lot of good things. What's this card do? Doesn't seem great for us. So we don't have any terrible things to cascade into with Shardless, and it is a pretty strong card. There's also a Baleful Strix here, but not sure how much black we're going to be playing. Arbelf is decent, but although actually most of our green lands are forests, so it might not be so bad. I think we want Shardless a little more though, probably. Ooh, so this is a really strong pack actually. So Soulfire Grandmaster is really good with Time Walk. You can just lock your opponent out and take infinite turns. So I think we're going to take that. There's also a Bribery though, and Bribery is insane. But I don't think it beats Soulfire. Also, now that we have Time Walk and Ancestral, we could play Mystical Tutor, which makes Soulfire still better. Oh, Enlightened Tutor is pretty good. We can get opposition with it. And, like, Solemn or Treachery. That's better than, like, a random Geist. So, I'm not sure we can support Westvale Abbey, really. Like, just in that we don't want to play a colourless land. It would be pretty good in our deck, make a lot of tokens. I don't really want to play these cards. I will probably splash black for the Lingering Souls though, so we could take this Temple of Malady. Yeah, I think let's do that. So Trigon Predator isn't bad. Yeah, I guess let's take that actually. It's most people play some amount of artifacts you wanna kill. And this is because Mox counts as a land really, so this is 23. I don't think Treasure Cruise is great in our deck, but it's not terrible either. Like, I would consider playing some more expensive black cards, because if we play one swamp, we get 4 black sources. I guess 5 actually with Elves of a Deep Shadow. But, you know, these both want to be played on turn 2. And it's possible we don't want to play a swamp and we just play 3 sources to go with Lingering Souls. Yavimaya Elder's pretty good. It's a good value card. It's fairly slow though. And Stirring Wildwood is pretty great for our mana, so I think let's just take that. Yeah, we'll probably actually play this Reflector Mage, I think. I don't think we want a Wrath or Timely, so... I guess if we come up against Mono Red, we want Seeker. Versus just Daze being a decent card against combo decks. So let's just take Daze. I don't think we start it though, actually. Yeah, we might probably play Council's Judgment. Obviously there's no one drafting red in this cube, because they're still in this draft, because Sulfuric Vortex is still here, but it's a draft league, so we don't know who we're going to play. we don't want to play against burning. Okay, so we've got a couple of cuts to make. Reflector Mage is a pretty cuttable card. This is Treasure Cruise. Yeah, in fact, I think they are what we're going to cut. Trigon Predator can be uninspiring, but it can also be very good. Okay, so let's see how our mana works out. I think our mana is pretty great, actually. So I think maybe we don't want to play a swamp. So we have pretty strong requirements for blue, green, and white mana. So at the moment we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 white sauce, 8 white sauces. So maybe we can just play like 1 plains. So that's great. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 blue saucers. So we need a fair few islands. Maybe 4 islands. And that takes us up to 37. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green saucers. So we could go up to 8. Or in fact, given we have like Sakura Tribe Elder and Noble Hierarch, it's probably better to play less mountains, more forests. So let's play like 4 forests, 3 mountains. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 9 with Verdant on the blue sources. That's pretty good. Maybe we just play another forest. This is 10 green. That sounds great. I guess we want to play Click on turn 3 though. So let's do this. Oh, I thought it was looking a bit good. Yeah, so we can cut an island, that's fine. Thought I had 1 more slot than I did for some reason. Alright, yeah, I think this deck's sweet, so I'll see you back for round 1.